So everybody, there's news coming in about Varane's potential move back to Madrid. We'll be talking about that and how that will impact Manchester United. And we'll be talking about Casemiro as well, potentially moving to Saudi. And yeah, we'll be discussing some news about Manchester United now. The rumour came out about a couple of hours ago. I can't remember who the outlet was from. It might have been TalkSport, I think. They were saying that looking like since David Alaba has got an ACL injury, Real Madrid are looking to... Oh no, it was coming from, what's his name, CF Bayern, which is Christian Volk, who's a very reliable journalist in Germany. He was talking about Varane. Now that David Alaba has picked up an ACL injury, Real Madrid may be looking to swoop in for Rafael Varane. Now, there's interest from Bayern, we know. There's interest, obviously, now from Real Madrid. There's been interest from Saudi as well to get Varane now. Varane's a very interesting player. We know on his day he's one of the best centre-backs in the world, and he proved that in his last few performances. I think Real Madrid and Bayern Munich in particular, he was world-class and slowly coming back into the team as well. We know he's found it difficult with injuries to keep fit, and that is a huge, huge problem because if Varane can stay fit, he's an absolute fantastic player and probably is our best centre-back. Now, what Manchester United decide to do with him is looking like Spurs will be interested in signing Todibo, who's a really big Manchester United target who we've been tracking since June. So if we were to get rid of Varane, we would have to replace him instantly. I think Varane, he's been quite a great player for United. Has had obviously the huge injury problems that has massively affected his career at Manchester United. I mean, he came towards the end of his prime. I mean, he was 28, I think, when he came to United. And people thought we were getting a kind of injured, washed player. We've seen the injury come through, but he wasn't washed. He was a fantastic player for us. Started many huge and important games for us. You look at some of the games where he played really well. I think Copenhagen, he was fantastic. Liverpool this season, Bayern, games last season as well, he was fantastic. A really commanding presence who Erik ten Hag trusts. And that's why I put him in that team. I mean, there was rumours about a kind of feud going on between Ten Hag and Varane. And I don't think there is anything going on. But I think Varane is a great professional and a great leader, and we've seen it in his performances. Now, if you evaluate his time at Manchester United, it probably hasn't been what you expected it to be. As I said, loads of injuries kept him out of huge games. And yeah, if you look about how Varane will leave Manchester United, he wouldn't be quite a legend, but he would be someone who goes up in the high ranks of Manchester United because he has been a great player to us. It's unlucky that the injuries have not helped him. I mean, he came to Manchester United, what was it, for £40 million, and that was a bargain at the time. I mean, we knew that Real Madrid needed to get rid of players to help their financial solution, and Varane leaving was a huge, huge one for them. I mean, we talk about Casemiro as well, who's another player we got from Real Madrid, but going back to Varane, I think we got him for 40 million in that summer, and he was a fantastic player. We all know how we got unveiled at that Leeds game. It was a nice start to the season when he came in. He was very calm, composed. And we thought it would be difficult for him to adapt to the league. I think he did fantastically in the games that he played. And he was a really world-class defender. I think that's something that we've seen from Varane. And it'd be sad to let him go, but if it's time to move on, then it is. I mean, you look at centre-back replacements, there's not many out there. I think Todibo is one of them. He's looking like he's going to Spurs. There's not many young players out there who will look to come into Manchester United. I mean, there's two players who play in the Portuguese league, Iheanacho and Antonio Silva, but they're two very, very young players. So if Manchester United were to get rid of Varane, they would have to get an adequate replacement in because we are quite thin at that centre-back position. You look at Lindelof, I think he's been injured now for quite some time. Maguire's injury as well. Martinez is out as well. So Varane is probably our only fit centre-back currently, as well as Johnny Evans. So we are really thin at the back. I wouldn't let him go. There's rumours as well that he's looking to extend that one-year deal. That'll come out in the last few days. So it's a bit interesting in what's going on with this Varane situation. But for me, I'll look to extend it for one more season, and then next season, hopefully there's a centre-back out there that is up and coming that we can sign. I mean, Araujo's another player up there as well. So there are definitely options. It's about how quickly Manchester United can sell Varane and then getting a replacement. Now, if you're looking at price that we're getting, I want at least 40 million. I think Varane's been fantastic for Manchester United. Although he has his injuries, I think as I said on this day, he's one of the best. He's physical, he's dominant in the air, a leader as well. And we know with the age, he's going to lose assets of his game, but still, he's been absolutely fantastic for Manchester United. and I think he fully deserves the credit because he has been really, really good for us. Now let's move on to Casemiro. Now there's rumours that Manchester United or Saudi are looking to offer Casemiro big money and a £60 million fee to move to Saudi Arabia. Now there hasn't really been much on that in the past few weeks and days. So I don't know, but that was an update a few months ago. Now Casemiro, he's aging and he hasn't hit the heights that he wanted to see. He's picking up a lot of injuries. And with Manchester United as well, with like Varane, if we were to sign Casemiro, you have to replace him quickly because it's looking like we're not going to sign Amrabat. We've got Mainu Mount, Bruno. We don't really have a defensive player in there, so it will be interesting to see if we get a player in. I think Amrabat hasn't quite hit the quality of standards that we need. I don't think Kobe Mainu, as an 18-year-old, can hold that midfield fort down by himself. So we have to bring in a player to help us combat that number 6 role. So if Casemiro was to leave, we would get 60 million. If we look at replacements, I mean Kimmich, he's quite a broad one. Amrabat could be a potential one who we look to keep. There's not many I can think of off the top of my head. I'd have to think and do some research, but they're definitely with players. I mean, João Palhinha is another one actually who Amadou Onana. They're just quite a few that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. But if Casemiro was to leave, it would be interesting to see what will happen with him because he is aging. And hopefully Saudi Arabia will give us some big money so we can ultimately get in a younger replacement who will carry that role for a long time, be able to share the role with Kobe Mainu. And yeah, that would be really fascinating to see. But that is the latest news. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this Varane stuff. And yeah, what you think about it. I mean, should he go back to Real Madrid, and is that a move that you would like to see happen? Because for me, it is a very interesting move. If Manchester United will be able to get in the centre-back needed in the given time, I would definitely look to get rid of Varane. But for me, he's been a great player for United and a great servant to the club. He's played in some big games for us and had some big performances, as well as Casemiro as well. Would you let him go to Saudi, and would you let him leave Manchester United? Yeah, those two players are increasingly likely looking to leave Manchester United. Let me know which other videos you want to see on the channel. I mean, we'll be building up tomorrow with the preview for the West Ham game. And yeah, and then we'll be building on. We've got some huge games. We've got West Ham, Aston Villa in the next couple of days over the festive period. And I think we've got Spurs coming up in a few weeks. So there is some huge games for Erik ten Hag. And yeah, let's see what happens. But that is the latest news. Varane could potentially be going back to Real Madrid. Casemiro could be looking to go to Saudi. So thanks for watching. Peace.